My name is Drew Waldron, and I am on with supply chain authority, futurist, and AI expert, Nada Sanders. Nada, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Drew, for having me. I'm absolutely thrilled.
Well, we might as well begin talking about the new edition of your book, Humachine, which was recently released. In that book, you discuss the future of human enterprise. And for anyone that might not know, what is the core messaging behind Humachine?
The core messaging is that the secret to success with AI for businesses doesn't just rest with technology and AI, but it rests with talent, and it rests with the process of integrating that talent with the technology. One, the company cannot just simply acquire AI and technology. It has to be integrated through a very well thought out process. And let me just add, if I may, this is the second edition of the book. The first edition came out December 2019. And when we were doing research for that book, we were actually going into companies to identify what is the latest and greatest that technology can do. We were stunned that every single executive, SVP, technology leader said to us, the secret is people. So we wrote the first edition, December 2019, and you and I and everyone listening knows what happened in 2020. Then COVID hits, and keep in mind that with all the technology, we still couldn't predict the onset of the pandemic, what it was going to do, the shutdowns, all of it. So we're locked in. Fast forward, we were asked to do a second edition of the book. I personally did all the interviews of CEOs, SVPs. And what was fascinating is that with the first edition, we learned that the secret is people. I really wasn't sure what we were going to find with the second edition. But what we found, Drew, was that it wasn't just people anymore, but it was people on steroids, meaning human skills. What we sought over and over again is that it was no longer just people, but it was also people that have interpersonal skills, communication skills. This book, the second edition, came out in March, a few months back, or 6 months at this point. I have been continuing to conduct this research. And what I am finding over and over again is that companies need to be extremely thoughtful as to how they spend their money on LLMs and AI, which is very expensive, by the way. They have to think about their talent and the integration of that talent and holding on to people that have these interpersonal skills. That is going to be, moving forward, the differentiator. And if you think about it, if you look at companies like, let's say you're looking Pepsi and Coke, right? Similar, if I dare say, both have access to LLMs and AI. What is the secret ingredient that makes one stand out? It's going to be those interpersonal skills. It's going to be those skills of knowing how to connect with the key customers, key suppliers, all of it.